Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can build a college or university website. So this is an example website that I built. You can see we have the university website right here. We have a little bit of information about the institution, some of the services that we offer right here. We have some customer reviews, a gallery showcase showing off some images of the university. We can then click into programs and see all of the programs that we offer throughout the university. We have an about us section and we have a contact us section as well. This video is a complete step-by-step tutorial. So even if you are brand new to building websites and you have never built a website before, all you have to do is follow along with this tutorial and you will walk away with a beautiful and professional college or university website. Now, the website builder that we will be using in order to build this website is the Hostinger website builder. With Hostinger, this is super cost effective. It is the easiest website builder out there. And we also get everything that we need in order to create this website. So included in the pricing plans is a free domain, which means we don't have to buy a domain. We don't have to connect it up. This is already included. We also get a 30-day money back guarantee, which is fantastic for if you need a little bit of peace of mind. You've never built a website before. And we also get 24/7 customer support. Also with Hostinger, if you use the top link in the description when signing up, you can get up to 75% off. And that is what makes Hostinger so cost effective. So all we need to do is click right here on claim deal. And from these two options, the one that we want to go with is the premium website builder. The reason for this is because if we take a look at the difference between these, the only thing that we get with this business website builder is AI tools and e-commerce functionality. And when we are building a university or a college website, we don't need either of these two things. So we just want to go for the premium website builder right here. We can click on choose plan. And on this next screen, they are now going to ask, how long do you want to have your website for? Now, of course, the longer we sign up for, the way that this works is you pay this upfront. So with this 48 months, we pay the entire 4 years upfront for $150, and we have our website for 4 years. So the longer we sign up for, of course, the bigger discount we get. The only one I would recommend avoiding is this monthly plan right here, because the price just goes up to $11.99 per month plus a $5 setup fee, and we don't get the free domain included. So if we go to 12 months right here, you can see this averages out at $3.99 per month for the year. We pay this upfront. We pay $50 to have our website for 1 year, and this includes the free domain. Now, the way that this works is after the year has expired, so once we have had our website for 1 year, this is going to renew at a monthly cycle of $10.99 per month. So this is what I mean. If we go for 48 months, for example, we lock in this $2.99 pricing for the entire 4 years, and it works out a lot cheaper, right? So it really depends on how long you will have your website for. You choose your period right here, and then we can go ahead and click continue. This next screen, they are then going to ask us to enter our billing information. So we just enter this in right here, click on continue, and then we can enter in the payment method that we would like to use in order to pay for Hostinger. Once that has been entered, we just click on submit payment. And once we have paid for Hostinger are then going to ask us a few questions. Now, with this question, this is actually kind of irrelevant, so I would just go ahead and skip this. This one doesn't really matter. They are then going to ask if we want to create or migrate a website. Now we are creating a brand new website with Hostinger. So with this, we will click on I'll create a website. They are then going to ask if we want to use WordPress or the Hostinger website builder. Now WordPress is a third-party website builder that you can use with Hostinger. It's a little bit more complex. Actually, it's quite a lot more complex. There are often plugins that you need. It's going to take you a lot longer to build the website, and it's way less beginner friendly. WordPress has a much steeper learning curve. So for this, we just want to go with the Hostinger website builder right here. We can go ahead and select this. And on this next screen, this is now where we can choose a domain for the website. So this is going to be your university or your college name. We just enter this in right here. And what you might find is that the domain that you are looking for is going to be taken. So what you can do is you can either change the .com at the end to something like .co.uk if you are in the UK, .fr if you are in France. You can get a different ending on the domain. Or alternatively, you could keep .com and just add something like your university name and then add like literally the word university at the end, or education or something like this. That's only going to be an issue if the domain is taken. If not, you can just have www.youruniversityname.com. So we claim the domain in here. And then the final step is just entering in the country, some final contact details, and that is Hostinger now fully registered. So once we have registered for Hostinger, we are now going to be taken over to this page where we can create the template for our website. Now, we do have a pre-made template down here, but they don't really have any fantastic ones for universities or colleges. So we can go in and we could literally type this, university. But there are no template in here that I would recommend using. We have this one, which is probably the closest, but still, I wouldn't really recommend using these. Instead, we are going to use this AI builder right here to build the website template for us, as this is going to be much better and much more effective. So we can go in here and we can choose the brand name. I'm just going to call this Holden University. And then for the description, we just want to enter in a little bit about the website that we are creating, tell the AI what we are looking for, and then it will build this for us. So this is my description right here. Feel free to copy this word for word, or you can change this a little bit, maybe change up the colors, change the pages that are going to be in here. But then all we need to do once this description has been entered is click on create website. Just like this, the AI is now going to get to work and it's now going to build out the website template for us that we can go ahead and customize to be our own website. So this is the first draft of my website. This doesn't really look how I want it to look at all. Like I don't want a contact form right here. Not the end of the world. We can just go in and customize this ourselves. I do quite like the rest of the website. But what we could also do is if we really don't like this, we can go to create again, create a website, and then it's going to recreate the website for us with different sections, different elements, and basically everything different. So just like that, the AI has generated a new version of this. Once again, with this top section, I don't really like the image behind. Some of this could definitely do with improving, but that's the entire point of editing it, right? So all we have to do once we have this template in is click over here on continue, and we can now go ahead and edit the website. Now, the awesome thing about Hostinger, the reason I like Hostinger so much, is because it's so easy to edit this website. This is drag and drop, so we can drag elements around to wherever we like. If we want to change the text, all we have to do is click in, and then we can type out whatever we would like to type out. So I just edited the text right here and edited the text right here and made this a little bit more personalized to what I'm going for with my university website. Now, the next thing that needs to change is this image behind. I don't really like this. I would rather have a video or an image of the university. So what we can do is, of course, you should have your own images in here, but we can go ahead and we can go to image. We can click on replace image right here, and we can upload an image that we would like to add. So we can click in to replace this image and upload files. And then I'm going to go ahead and upload this image right here. We can then click on select to drop this image in, and already this looks so much better. What I might actually do is just to bring this overlay up a little bit to make this text more readable, something like that, and perfect. Now with these two buttons right here, I quite like these. I want to have an apply and a learn button, but we don't have any of the other pages edited or created yet. So for now, we can just leave these. We will come back to these at the end. Then we can go down and the rest of the website is very, very similar. So in here, all we are going to do is click in to edit the text, click in to edit the images, and we can create the homepage this way. So in here, I'm just going to say about our institution. Then I just added a little bit more information here and replaced this text. And then we can say maybe 10,000 graduates worldwide. And we can say this is a 95% student satisfaction rate. Just like that. And then of course, for this image right here, all we would do is maybe drag this down to be in line with this. And we can go ahead and grab another image here to drop in. Perfect. So we now have the About Us section created as well. And then from here, basically the aim of the website is just to go down and customize this in the way that you would like it to. So down here, we can add in the services that we offer, or we could add a little bit more information about the university, go in and edit this image. Down here, we have some reviews, so we can go in and edit the image and add a photo of the person, edit the name, go in here and edit what this review says. We also have a gallery right here. So once again, we just click into all of these images, go ahead and edit these. And this is how you can edit the homepage. The last thing that we would have to do in here is just go down to the bottom and we can link our social media. This doesn't really make sense for a university, so I'm just going to delete this. And then we can add like our contact information right here, a phone number, an email address, and that is the homepage right there. The last thing that we would have to do on this page is just go to the logo right here, click on replace image, and then you can upload your own university logo in this area. So I'm just going to drop this in. Not a very good university logo, but this is just an example. We can drop this in, drag this down, and perfect. So that is the homepage created right there. And then what we can do is go through to the other pages and customize these in the exact same way. So in here, we have some academic programs. With the template, this doesn't really make sense. So what we could do is we definitely would need to make a lot of changes to this page. We can delete these student reviews and make this quite substantially bigger. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to delete this section right here with this image and these. And I'll just add this as a text section underneath. So we have the programs right here. We could add these as undergraduate programs, just like this. And then we could move this up, add the text I added right here. And then we just want to replace this image with something that represents undergraduates a little bit more. So maybe something like this, where we just have an image of some students. Just like that, we can go ahead and drop this in. And then underneath, to actually explain the list of programs, what I'm going to do is go to add element right here, drag in some text, and then we can go ahead and write this out. So we could drop this in just like that. And then for the second section, we will just duplicate all of these and maybe switch sides, right? So we can go add this in here, grab this, and we can put this to the same side on this side, just like that. Grab this, duplicate this, and bring this down, and then do the same thing here. And instead of undergraduate programs this time, we can add this as postgraduate programs. Once again, change this text right here, but just as an example, let's fill these out again with all of these options. And then we could go in to edit image right here, upload another image. And this is how I would build out this page to make it look just like this. Maybe move these down in the middle. I think that looks a lot better already, right? So that is programs. We can then go over to admissions right here. And on this admissions page, this isn't really admissions. I'd say this is more of an about us page, right? So what we can do is if you want to delete or if you want to add any pages, we just go over to pages and navigation. To add new pages, we can go down here and add a page. To delete a page, we can delete a page. But for admissions, I'm actually going to rename this to say about, just like that. And then this can be the about page. So we can go in, customize all of these different things, switch out the images. You get the idea on how to build this out now. Then with the contact page, once again, we can edit all of this. With the form, if we go into edit form, one thing I will say is make sure this email is the correct email that you want these forms submitted to. Because what is going to happen is somebody will fill in this form right here and you will receive an email saying somebody filled out the form. This is what they filled it out with. We can also go over to fields, and in the fields area, we can customize these. So we could add a new form field right here and choose from these options. And in here, we might say phone number and enter your phone number, right? And then maybe move this just there. So that is the contact page as well. And we might want to go ahead and add in some different pages. For example, we might have one on campus life that explains a little bit about campus life. So to do this, we can go pages and navigation, add a page right here. And we're just going to go for a new empty page. And we'll call this campus life, just like that. Then we can go ahead and we can start building this by adding in new sections. So for example, here at the top, we could add a new section and we could say life on our campus. We could then go in, change this right here, add an image, start adding new sections, and that's how we can build out a new page. So that is how we can add and build out the different pages for this website. So now what we can do is we can link these buttons up. So for example, we can go to learn right here, and we can choose to link to a page, and we can link this to the about page. Then we can go to apply, we can go to page, and we can link this to the contact page. What I will say is with the learn right here, we do also need to go into style and just add a border to this, just like that, and perfect. They are all now aligned. There's no other buttons on here, so that is fine. And then the final thing that I will show you how to do is if we just go to website styles, we can change the color and font on this website. So with the color, we can see everywhere white is used. We could go ahead and change this. And I'm not actually going to stick with this, but just as an example, we could go in and change everywhere that white is used and instead have this as red. And then everywhere white is used on the website, red is now going to appear. For the text, I actually think it's this. So let's change the text to red as well. We can click on accept, and that's all now going to change. But I'm just going to go back and we can actually set these to white again because that did look much better, just like that. So that is how we can change the colors. We can also go in and change the fonts. So we can go in and flick through the fonts right here to go ahead and change these. Sometimes the size will be a little too big when we change the font. So we can just go ahead and make sure that this is the right size. But then once the website is created and we have everything we would like to add here, to actually put the website live, all we then need to do is click on save, click on go live right here, and this will put your website live. And then in here, once the website has loaded up, we can click around and we can play around with this, just make sure everything is working and everything is good to go. And that is how you can build a college or university website step by step. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.